Welcome back to Building Fallout. In our last video, we pretty much wrapped up how to get to level 50 and drop a nuke to take out a Scorch Beast Queen. So that's pretty much the tops and how you can get to a lot of the better unlocks for all your top-end equipment. But for our eagle-eyed viewers who are noticing, this is not the camp we built. Now, mind you, this is the same spot. No, this is my level 68 character that when I came back to the game, I built and kind of inspired me to be like, well, that was easy. I know what I'm doing. So I made a whole new character and was like, here, you know how to do it too now. So, major subtle difference is construction. You can see this is the metal building set I have taken the time to decorate. I actually pride myself in being a junk vendor because this is the same setup you see everywhere. This Nuka truck with everything going on, all of my Nuka what have yous, as well as and former Nuka-Cola employee. But I've even made it to where anybody using the vending machine has a little festivity. Just kind of a thanks for stopping by and buying my junk. But I've also taken the time to make a workshop, so I like to keep my personal quarters locked tight and whatnot. But there's a workshop here that has all the amenities you could possibly want. Let's go ahead and step out of my excavator armor. And you can see I have a different paint job unlocked for it, but here's where you can manage your special, get yourself well tuned, a stash. Here's the power armor station, chemistry, and tinkerer's workbenches. Upstairs is the cooking station, armor, weapons, another stash, a bed. And there's access to the water purifier out back, my garden, which also has my Brahmin pen. And then, since I didn't know how to do the triple door, all of this is a double door design. Honestly, it's too many doors. But we walk inside. I still have some empty construction. Not to mention, the workshop is an outbuilding, and I kind of had it bleed through. So a lot of things can't be built near the base, but if our eagle-eyed viewers are noticing, I built this on top of the junk extractor. So that restricts access to it. I don't have to lock it because it's behind, double locked doors everywhere. But and then of course I also have my back door set up. Put in as many of the amenities as I can, like the new steamer that we bought. But it is kind of cramped in here. Now, mind you, this character is more based in the energy weapons side of the heavy weapons. So, to demonstrate, first, as far as armor is concerned, again, I have Excavator and the Ultrasight. But Ultrasight is pretty much the Scorch Beast Queen. We know it's coming, or a Colossal Problem, or the Ultrasight Titan. That's when I'll pull that out. Every other situation is the Excavator. But even though I keep a 50 cal and a minigun in the background as backup, okay, I focus mostly. I have an Ultrasight Gatling for Scorched. I have a focused plasma, which is Juggernauts, so I get more damage for being healthy. And then my go-to, which needs fixed, my goodness, is my tack laser because I can recharge the fusion cores and make my ammo last longer. Now, it has been months since I've logged on to this character because, well, no, it's been, well, maybe not even a month. It's been a couple of weeks because I was building the other character. Um, you can see I have a totally different outfit on. I am a Brotherhood scribe with an Assaultron helmet for disease prevention. Yeah. But this is something I built up. Huh? My bad. Traveling merchants, they do that. Somehow they always manage to get inside. Huh. Now, when it comes to the traveling merchants, this guy's a chem dealer. Um, Usually, there it is. The best thing from them is this bulk ammo scrap, because you can see all the good stuff that comes in it. I mean, for the nuclear material crystals, and then the aluminum and lead, and adhesive, like, there's nothing in here that I don't like. So, I always seem to buy those, and they sell fusion cores too, just not at a discount. My dog likes them. But you can see I've put a few touches in here, comfort of life. I plan to have more magazine racks across this wall as they come. But yeah, and then access to the workshop. And I still haven't done jack when it comes to the vault, because that takes time and effort. It's mostly cosmetic, because you can't put things like the stat boosters or the resource gatherers in the vault. But this is my main camp in the spot that I like to call home. Now, I've made a second permanent camp. I know that in my videos on this series so far, yeah, somebody's doing a colossal problem right now. I had suggested keeping one camp open for resources, so you can jump it around. And technically, this will still work that way, but I say technically because I don't move this camp either. Honestly, it is a better resource. The only reason I don't like it is because it's right next to Crater, so the free fast travel's kind of wasted. But I digress. Whereas the camp we were just at has access to water and junk. This has access to junk and lead. So if we let everything load in. And now this is a light camp. I don't have a whole bunch of the amenities and whatnot. Like, I don't have the artillery. Instead, I have the sign for the Wayward's quest line. But yeah, I have a lead extractor over here. I had to put in a bunch of water purification because there's no access to water. But then there's a junk extractor. I didn't put in the weather machine. But this is a more compact design. Again, I didn't have the Mirelurk steamer, so there's probably no room for it inside. Well, I mean, I could put it in the center. But yeah, this is meant to be more of a travel camp. Why did I go double with Leo? And the horrible thing is, I'm pretty sure he's stuck in the foundation because the foundation's so high. Yeah, because... So, I never see him at this camp anyway. Which makes me wonder... Well, we could put Gramps here. That's what we'll do. Okay. Sorry, Leo. Because I want my crab steamer. That thing is awesome. And then we'll put Gramps outside, because he can be guarding my vending machine. And hopefully he doesn't get stuck in the foundation. Can you sit, Gramps? You got the access? Yes, he does. Alright. Now my question, do I have access to everything? And that's something that you always want to question, is if you're blocking something in with something else, you won't be able to access it. So just double check yourself, and I should be able to rest. Yep. Now my fusion generator really doesn't matter as far as being blocked in, as long as it's connected. So, yeah. I really didn't put many Comfort of Life stuffs in here because I don't have my icebox, I don't have my company tea, and I don't know if I can fit those in here, really. Here, we're gonna do this. Rotation. You're gonna come up against this. We're going to scoot you back a little bit if we can. Nope, the hose gets in the way. I really don't want to block that off so bad. Here's what we'll do. Because I just have to access a part of it. So we'll block that in. Appliances. And there's the fridge. Oh, that was resources because company tea machine. So yeah, that's, you know, the basic idea. Now, I've seen people, if you ever run across the bungalow as a miscellaneous structure, I think you get that for, if it's not Beckett's storyline, then it's the astronauts. But I've seen people stack things on top of things to where you could still access it, and it was just ridiculous. This is just a very small example. I can still get into the icebox, but also the company tea machine. Of course, that now leaves that open. And if that's the case, I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Here's what I'll do. Store that one. Because when it comes to the toolboxes, if you want like a really large toolbox, just stack them. So that's more for looks than anything else. But yeah. Functioning camp. I really don't do things for decor. It's all about function with me. But this character, I was going through the Brotherhood of Steel storyline, not the Ghost of the Brotherhood like we've seen in previous videos. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting? Oh, because I needed to repair. What do you mean somebody's already using it? Lies and deceit. But always try and keep your, oh, limb damage, that's nice. But always try to keep, your equipment repaired. Now, one of the things when it comes to this build that gets me Um, oh, wrong button. So we're gonna go over the perks now, because the only thing that I don't like about this build is I really keep Gunsmith around because ballistic weapons will break so much slower, and with luck of the draw giving us gradual repair, those things almost never break. So the problem being is that I'm really using science and whatnot to do most of my damage with the energy weapons. So that's really a dilemma, because the energy weapons are going to break fast, but if it comes down to me having to use my ballistics, they don't break fast. That's kind of the idea. Not to mention, I have different different Gatling lasers for different situations. So, yeah. Now, one of the reasons I call this a light camp, I didn't put my crops or anything like that here. I really didn't think it would be necessary, just because of the fact that most, at least I don't think I put crops in here. Yeah, but most of the time I can deal with hunger and thirst easily, especially now that we've got something that supplies that Mirelurk meat. And honestly, this camp is more for the selling of it, for the junk vending, because I can get junk and lead is very consumable. A lot of people buy it up just because of the fact that it is a main component for ballistic ammo. So, yeah. But honestly, uh, this is just an example of, how far you can get, because you saw how we were building up and what we decided to go with. Like, for example, I don't have Bandoiler, and I also do not have batteries included, so my ammo weight reduction is ridiculous. But bare arms for weight reduction on the guns, you're all 3 levels to get that 60% extra damage with heavy guns. Well, non-explosive heavy guns. I took bullet shield just because more damage resistance is always good, especially since I also have energy resistance with the refractor. Then there's also fireproof to take off flame and explosive damage. The Lone Wanderer is more damage reduction, but I also took 3 levels of the Tenderizer. But whenever I go to a vendor, then we switch to Hard Bargain. But Tenderizer just makes targets 10% more susceptible to damage for 10 seconds after you attack them. So as long as I can keep up the attack, they're just taking 10% more damage. Now, the reason that that's a good thing is because in case I'm in a multiplayer situation like the Scorched Beast Queen, I'm helping to make her squishier for everyone else to do their damage. Instead of the 1 level in batteries included, which I probably should take, I have first aid just because healing. Stabilized for the armor, ignore, and accuracy bonus. All the levels of science, that way we're getting that 30% extra energy damage, which stacks with the heavy gun damage as far as my math is concerned. Gunsmith is the one that's up in the air. We could be taking a whole bunch of other stuffs. As far as, if you were going just ballistics, it's a great option because you won't have to repair as often. But I'm a junk vendor. I usually got the parts to fix stuff. Born Survivor, just because you don't have to stop firing to heal. It is useful. Bloody Mess for that extra 15% bonus damage. One Gun Army for the stagger and cripple limb chance. And then Luck of the Draw for some repair. When it comes to the ballistics, they will literally repair themselves because of the Gunsmith perk, making them wear down slower. But it still helps your energy weapons get some more mileage, you could say. But I just wanted to take an episode to show you how you could get going, and it really makes me wish I hadn't gotten rid of my level 160 something. But again, if I had just stuck with the same character from the beginning of me playing this, week 2 of it dropping, I'd have a level 200, almost 300 something. I don't play it all the time, but boy, do I have months where it's just so much fun. Right now, that's funny. It's actually a mission over at Crater. That's right, because I'm trying to get somebody to go back to the Brotherhood. Well, really, Gramps. There's a Savage Divide. It's still nuked. Oh, no, is it? Because it disappeared. I really just want to kind of give a demonstration, but again, this character is nothing different from what we were doing. The build's practically exactly the same. Really the only differences when it comes to my excavator armor is the oh no, okay, so that's Tesla'd. So anything that gets near me takes energy damage, which I don't think is increased by science, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Instead of the +2 to perception, I have a +2 in intelligence here. Oh, what is that? Nope, those are still just making my power attacks cost less, and that's still just movement speed, or fusion core drain as we move. Now again, you don't have to build a heavy guns like I did. Before I made this 68 heavy gunner, I was testing out a no power armor shotgunner build, which was nice. It kind of worked. I also made a power armor unarmored build, which was interesting. Everything has its benefits and perks. But I saw a cave on the radar. I'm trying to now. I gotta make sure, because if this is the ultrasight one, yeah. They look very similar, but the way that I notice it is because I put the same sight. The ultrasight has that little green glowing bit. Ooh, shoot. What is that? Oh. Someone's at camp buying my stuffs. Alright. Now that is... I hear something. Mirelurk, that's why you're not attacking me. One of the disadvantages I've noticed from wearing power armor is my radar's not picking up anything nearby. Yep, let's see. I step out, and there's nearby things, and hey, scorched. see how being a junk vendor is a pretty good idea. It's something everybody needs, and there are a lot of players who just don't take the time to scavenge. So I just enjoy it because the game has its own economy. Like, how cool is that? But yeah, pretty much the same idea as the whole other build for this. What is this? I've never encountered this, I don't believe. Hmm. Learn something new every day. But yeah, I just wanted to take a time, and because again, I tried my hardest, even though I didn't succeed. I tried my hardest to imitate a newbie in everything that I used at camp and such. But now I'm giving a demonstration of when, you got the time and all of the hookups. Like, why not? Alright, Scott, what's going on here? Dear Peach? Uh-oh, Mario's gonna be pissed. Oh yeah, the rads will keep clear of everything. That's ridiculous. That is just idiotic. Gonna go and cook himself in radiation just to stay away from all the critters. But yeah, I think I've gone on enough. But hopefully you found this a little informative and entertaining, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.